NBA free agency kicked off with a 1-2 step. And let me tell you, I could not be happier for what's taking place down in Houston, Texas, because for a while, the Houston Rockets were a dumping ground for bad contracts. But as we know, general manager Raphael Stone went on and got Ime Udoka. And now the Houston Rockets are a destination. I'm looking at the acquisition of Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Jeff Green, and Jacques Landale. What are your thoughts on this?
I can't wait to watch it. I think that, again, I said it in the previous video. We talked about trades that now during this free agency, I think that it's one of the most exciting teams right now based off of what they have retooled their roster to be. Like, what? I can't wait to watch it. I'm really happy about the moves. I'm saddened that Jeff Green will not be with the Denver Nuggets, but I get it, right? And I understand the need for new players and veterans. And if you're going to get a veteran like Jeff Green, I mean, what? He top of the line at this point. Did you not see what he did? His coaching performance in the NBA Finals? Did you not see it? I just think it'd be a great addition to the team. He is mature, right? And so I think that these teams need to make sure they have a balance of both worlds. And I think that the Houston Rockets have created a balance of both younger and older talent. And I'm really excited about that. And the pieces seem to fit. And even so, I don't think that the younger players will miss out on opportunities to shine still. I just think that it's just a great blending and matchup of everybody. So no, the Houston Rockets is going to be a team to watch in the 2024 season for sure.
Oh, I cannot wait. I think the biggest move for me was Dylan Brooks. Now, Dylan Brooks is going to bring that toughness. We witnessed it when he was with the Memphis Grizzlies, but 4 years and $80 million. Wow. That blew me away. I mean, $20 million a year for a guy who really struggles from the perimeter. But what they're paying for is toughness. They're paying for defense. They're paying for just that scrappiness. And that's Ime Udoka up and down. That's what he stands for. I love it. Now, Fred VanVleet, I was kind of surprised he left the Raptors. Did that?
No, not at all. No, not at all. I think that the writing was on the wall in the 2023 season. I think it was pretty much done then. So to land with the Houston Rockets and to land with a $130 million deal over 3 years, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I mean, come on now. We're talking about. Let me go back to Dylan Brooks real quick. Let's respect the fact that Dylan Brooks knows exactly what his game is. And that's how he impacts the game. If you want to ding him, he don't shoot. He don't need to. He don't need to. You see all them shooters on the Rockets? Well, what he need to shoot for? But what he do need, and he knows how to defend. He gets a 3-ball up every now and then. Don't act like he don't have any handles. And he don't have handles. He don't have any shot action. Don't act like that. I mean, no, he ain't gonna be shooting like Steph Curry, but does he need to? If the roster, if the coach and the organization know exactly what they're getting from Dylan Brooks, and that's why they brought him in, then he's going to show up. I'm so happy for him because I think that the Grizzlies did him a little dirty. I mean, they loved it when he was out there being a dog. And then when it kind of went negative, now all of a sudden, he poked the bear. Now all of a sudden, he no good for your franchise. No problem. Ime Udoka will know how to shape him. Oh yeah. And then now with Fred VanVleet on there with that experience, right? Championship pedigree. Jeff Green got it as well. You just recently acquired his, right?
Oh
yeah. Can't even what? And now we got Ahmed Thompson. I am with Jalen Green. I can't. Who ain't gonna want to watch that TV? I'm excited. I'm so glad that they did not bite the bait on James Harden. I'm so glad.
Yes, and Jacques Landale, if I can touch on him really quickly.
Please do.
He showed us what he's capable of in the postseason. And I said, okay, you guys are going to remember his name. Looks like the Houston Rockets remembered 4 years, $32 million deal.
I'm not mad. I
came out of the blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but again, anytime you get an opportunity, players, anytime. Make sure that time is the right time. And I think Jacques Landale actually proved what that looks like. Now, he didn't have much. We didn't hear much noise about him during the regular season. And when he got his minutes in, and thanks to DeAndre Ayton, because you didn't do your thing, Jacques Landale was able to at least, do a spark. And he kind of stopped Jokic a little bit. Every now and then, I mean, they still won that. The Nuggets still won that series, but it was enough to say, wait a minute, I think we can do something with that. And I think that's what the Rockets actually saw in him. What the future looks like. And I cannot be happier. All of this movement that the Houston Rockets did really makes sense because Ime Udoka is the head coach. I think it just all kind of ties it in together, and it makes sense of the pieces that he brought in or that they brought in for him because of the coach that he is. And so I cannot wait. Yeah. What do you think about Pat Beverley going to the Philadelphia 76ers?
It's a 1 year deal. Pat
Yeah.
Bev has turned into a journeyman.
Yeah, it's
What
true.
what are we gonna get from Pat Beverly? I do like the compliment with Joel Embiid, though. I think that's gonna be nice, little toughness in the backcourt, but Pat Bev is not gonna get much playing time, and he's not gonna bring a whole lot to the Philadelphia 76ers at this stage of his career, the way the Sixers are set up. So to me, it's just like, nothing, I don't really care because he's not going to impact them. They're not going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals just because Pat Bev is on the roster.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I thought it was an interesting move. I was shocked. I'm glad he's still working. Let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the job. But yeah, it was interesting. And I think at the end of the day, the Sixers, I don't know what they're going to look like until I know what they're going to do with James Harden. It don't even matter at this point. Let's find out what that looks like. The Sixers also traded Shake Milton. He's no longer on the roster, which I was like,
Yeah.
wow. And there
Yeah.
was another
Niang
guy,
as well. Yeah.
Niang. Yeah, yeah. So they got a whole new thing that they're working with. But again, until they figure out what they're gonna do with James Harden, whether he's gonna stay or whether he's gonna leave, I don't know. Speaking of leaving, real quick, what you think about James Harden going to the Clippers? What you think about that?
Oh, well, I think it's a recipe for disaster
You
because if
think?
we consider James Harden was fed up with the Brooklyn Nets when KD and Kyrie were unavailable to play. Do
Mhm.
your George and Kawhi Leonard are going to be available to play? It's going to be the same situation. I hope the Clippers don't fall for it.
Mm. I don't know about it though. Now, I'm not the biggest James Harden fan as of late. Because I really want him to be somewhere and just can he get past? Can he move forward? Right? Especially when we go deep in the playoffs. But I'm still, meditating on the James Harden potential to the Clippers. Something about it. I can't. I'm not an absolute no yet. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not an absolute no, and I'm not an absolute yes. I'm still on the fence about that one. But that is an interesting move. And wow, yeah. Hmm. He want to come back
Yeah.
home. Can you imagine, like all the LA guys playing for the Clippers with their new
Um,
arena?
yeah,
Oh my God,
that's enticing. Yeah,
It's a nice
yeah.
story. I can see how they can market it. If we're talking about business related, it makes sense business wise. Like I don't know if it's gonna make sense championship wise, but business wise, I get how the Clippers can market that. Like LA homeboys coming back to the hometown. Like what? I know it's nice.
Yeah, okay. Now, Bruce Brown was a big piece of the Denver Nuggets championship run. Looks like he took a 2 year, $45 million deal to play for the Indiana Pacers, who will look nice next season. What do you think about that? Because Coach Mike Malone did not see this coming, apparently.
No, he didn't see it coming, but I can tell you right now, the books did. So you mean to tell me that Bruce Brown, his impact in the playoff run of the Denver Nuggets, which led the Denver Nuggets. Now he didn't lead the Denver Nuggets, but he was a great contributor to the Denver Nuggets winning their 2023 NBA championship. You think he gonna settle for 6.8 million when I can get to 45 million over 2 years? Can we do the math? So Bruce
Right.
Brown was like, for me, financially, good move for Bruce Brown. Now I hate that he's not going to be on the Nuggets. Now I'm kind of side eyeing the Nuggets, but I ain't mad at Bruce Brown and over there with the Pacers, and especially since they re-upped Halliburton with that
Ooh,
max
yeah.
deal.
Yeah, Miles. Ooh, it's gonna be nice.
I'm saying. So, yeah, yeah, the Pacers, and I think he may start over there. You think he may start?
Yeah, he has a pretty good chance as an NBA champion too. And
Yeah,
what we witnessed of him,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah,
earned a
yeah.
starting spot somewhere.
Absolutely. He earned all of
Hmm.
that money. So yeah, the fact that he left the Nuggets, I'm a little sad about that. But that paper with the Pacers, you right where you need to be, buddy. I am not mad at that. So I'm okay with that addition. I think he'll be great to their roster. Yes. I mean, let's just go ahead and get this one out the way. What do you think about Damian Lillard finally owning up to his request for a trade? Finally. Come on now. He finally vocally stated it because your actions
long,
proved it a long time ago.
long overdue.
Yeah.
But I worry about the timing. The Portland Trailblazers had just signed Jeremy Grant, 5 years, 160. And then what? The next day, Damian Lillard is like, yeah, get me out of here. Did he want the Portland Trailblazers to send Scooter Henderson packing? I, I don't know. I mean, why did Damian Lillard decide at that moment that it was time for the Blazers to trade him? He kind of waited a little late too, because all the big moves have been made already. I don't know. I don't know about it, but good for him. If he thinks he's going to be happy, he picked his destination in Miami. He better be willing to work. Better be ready to play some defense. It's not going to be the same because you're playing. If it happens and Damian Lillard ends up with the Miami Heat, paired up with Bam and Jimmy, you're going to have to play. And you may have to save some games in Miami. So this ain't Portland. So we'll see.
Portland, and I need to know who else is going to be on the roster for the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's just going to be, if we just banking on Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo, and now they're talking about shopping Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson in a deal to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And Victor Oladipo is out of there.
Smell like the Phoenix Suns to me.
Ooh, and that ain't going. Is that going to work? I'm not sold on it. It doesn't give me the butterflies in my stomach. I can tell you that right now. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Damian Lillard, as a good player as he is and great in some people's eyes, I mean, I don't dislike Damian Lillard's game. I think it's fine. I don't know if it's going to be enough. That's all I'm saying. It's still going to be in Jimmy Butler we trust at the end of the day. That's how I see it. So again, what I am glad is that he finally said it. Did he finally, because he's been tiptoeing around it for the past 2 seasons, finally. So, yeah. So, if he goes, to the Heat's going to make it happen. I think they're in the talks talking about shopping another player. Gabe Vincent, they got rid of. Max Strus is out of there. They make it, moves to have all this money, but y'all going to be top 3 heavy again? And another team, as you mentioned?
Yeah, and Miami does not want to get rid of Caleb Martin in the process of acquiring Damian Lillard. So I don't know how the numbers are going to match up. But we'll see what happens with that.
I can tell you right now, I would not want him to remain a Portland Trailblazer. Nah.
He can't now.
Oh, he absolutely disrupt the locker room. Oh my God, they got to find somewhere for him to go.
All right, so Los Angeles Lakers messed around and re-signed Austin Reeves. We knew that, right? Rui Hachimura and D'Angelo Russell. D'Lo, that was a stretch for me. I think they could have let him walk, but they let Schroeder go instead. And Schroeder showed up more so in the playoffs than D'Angelo Russell. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like Schroeder, we know he fumbled the bag several seasons ago. I think he worked his way back to earn something substantial. Happy that Toronto Raptors picked him up and gave him something that he deserves. But acquiring Jackson Hayes to back up Anthony Davis, Taurean Prince, and Cam Reddish, to me, that does not move the needle for the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know what's funny about it is that when I saw the Jackson Hayes move, I said, are they trying to replace Anthony Davis? Just a tad bit with somebody younger, a little bit more, I suppose. I hope he's, more healthier, I suppose. I mean, are they trying to set their future up? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, because if they talking about the more recent 2024 season, I don't know. But if you hear the talking heads, honey, they A+ in the deal. Ooh, it's just going to be great. I feel sorry for anybody that goes to the Lakers, though. And I say that because you think you're going to get playing time and you won't. If you ain't the favorite, draft pick that they had, what's the guy's name? I forget his name.
Oh,
you ain't about to see no part of the floor, sir.
Yeah.
Shafino. Jackson Hayes, why did the Pelicans trade him, though?
There was no reason to. The Lakers needed another big, yes. Did the Lakers need Gabe Vincent, though? Did they need Gabe? Did they need more perimeter shooting? Gabe Vincent is a small guard.
As opposed to Dennis Schroeder?
Right.
I don't understand. I have to see it again. I don't think this going. I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Now let's touch on some of these extensions. Kyle Kuzma went on and re-signed with the Washington Wizards. I like what they're doing. You pair him with Jordan Poole and Tyus Jones. Man, Washington Wizards are on the map. I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I was a little concerned about that because at the time we first talked about it, Kyle Kuzma opted out, and so we didn't know where he was going to land. The fact that he remained in Washington, I can't wait to see what that looks like. I cannot wait to see what the product looks like, and I'm glad that they retained Kyle Kuzma. I think he can be a franchise staple. I think he can be. I mean, if you watched him playing in the 2023 season, he was out there balling. I mean, again, I just hate that they got rid of him with the Lakers. I go back to that. I'll always go back. I'll always go
Yeah.
back to Kyle Kuzma with the Lakers and how they dismissed him like that. I didn't like it. So yeah, I'm happy that he got his money and that he stayed with the Wizards with the pieces that the Wizards have acquired. Maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, we may be looking at them at the top of the, within at least 1 through 6 of the Eastern Conference, maybe. So I'm happy about
Interesting.
that.
Bradley Bill couldn't get it done. So
Could
yeah,
not get.
I
That's what I'm
like it.
saying. I mean, come on, Bradley Bill
Uh-huh.
couldn't get it done. So yeah, let's move on. That era is gone. Let's get a new era going on in DC, and I'm happy about it. Yeah,
Yes, yes. Chris Middleton went on to re-sign 3 years, 102 million. I said, okay, all right, Chris came to your senses. Brooke Lopez got paid. I feel like the Bucks overpaid 2 years and 48 million for him.
you think so? I don't think so. The way he was top of the in the defensive player of the year rating. Nah,
It just seems like a lot to me. But hey, they lost Javon Carter and Joe Ingles,
I
so
like
the
Javon
Bucks will
Carter
be
though.
looking different. Yeah.
Yeah, I did like Javon Carter coming off that bench. I did like that, especially when Drew Holiday wasn't playing. I did like
Exactly.
that. Where did
Sacramento Kings are one of our favorite teams to watch. Looks like they filled the gap and brought in Alex Land to back up DeMontis Sabonis. And speaking of Sabonis, 5 years and 217 million to pair him with De'Aaron Fox.
Love it.
Wow.
Love it. I love it for him. He earned it. But I did see the gap. We talked about it when the playoffs were going on, that there was a gap there in the five, I believe. And I know DeMontis Sabonis was able to hold on to it during the regular season, but I saw it glaring during their playoff run. And so I'm glad that they brought in someone else to kind of fill that spot for, them when they're talking about going deep into the playoffs. So, yeah,
Yeah. Honorable mention to LaMelo Ball. 5 years and 260. I
nice.
said, wow, I feel like I haven't really seen LaMelo enough to earn that kind of contract, but that's what his peers are getting. So I guess it's suitable. Also Desmond Bain went on and extended his deal. I said, ooh, Desmond Bain, 40 million a year. I like it. Draymond Green went on and got his $100 million. We all know how you feel about Draymond Green, but it says a lot that the Golden State Warriors were able to keep their big three together, even though they're aging, and they added an older veteran in Chris Paul. So I don't know what the Warriors are going to look like next year, or what type of success they'll have, I should say.
I don't get it, but okay. I mean, hey, we'll see what it looks like. I just and then DiVincenzo may
Oh,
not be there. I just, if you're not getting ready to develop your youth, I don't know what they're gonna do, right?
they don't believe in it. The
They
Warriors
don't
do
believe it.
not
No.
believe in the Kumingas, the Moody's, the Pools. Apparently, they do not. Even oh man, I forgot his name. He gone too. Ty Jerome is gone. The
Wiseman, they
Warriors,
couldn't even hold on.
Wiseman,
I'm just like,
yeah. It's a shame. Speaking of DiVincenzo, happy to see him with the New York Knicks teaming up with his old college teammates. Love it.
I'm not mad about that. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is, you know, it's almost like, is this gonna be you young versus old next season? Is this what we're talking about? Cannot wait to watch it. Yeah, so I'm just the Warriors. I wish you the best. Last but not least, what do you think about Russell Westbrook?
Love it. Love it. I knew he would stay, but I'm telling you, when you make 47 million and you drop down to about 4 million a year, that's a shocker. But I think he wanted to stay in Los
I
Angeles.
think so
He's
too.
made his money throughout his career. It's not
Yeah,
even about that anymore for him. It's just about comfort, being in Los Angeles, being a hometown kid, and playing for the LA Clippers, where he feels comfortable under head coach Ty Lue. So I'm
that's
with him.
exactly what it said to me as well. I got my money. I just want to play the game, and I want to be in an environment that welcomes who I am, and
Hmm.
not trying to change that. And I think the Clippers are going to do that for him. So yeah, I was happy about it as well, because otherwise, where was he going to go? And be respected. That's my thing. So I think that I feel that with the Clippers, he's more respected. And I can't wait to see what a full season looks like with him and the other guys. So yeah, I was happy about that. I'm glad he's staying. I was hoping that he would. And the fact that he was like, I got my money, y'all. I can take this little $4 million. I mean, what? College fund for my kids. I'm still paid anyway with all my other things that I got going on. I love it. I'm glad he did it.